Hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So I want to talk to you about the M4 MacBook Pro, the entry-level M4 Pro MacBook Pro. A lot of people have compared the M4 Air and said, hey, the M4 Air is good, but for just maybe a little bit more money, you can have pretty much no compromises and upgrade to the M4 MacBook Pro. So it is this computer right here. Take a look at it. Here is the box to it. This is the M4 MacBook Pro baseline model in space black. Yes, the new M4 model comes in space black, and that is what we have right here. It also adds, from the M3, you also get this third, should I say, not secondary, but the third USB-C Thunderbolt 4 port. You get an SD card reader and HDMI also, if you have use for that, in addition to, again, the two USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports on the other side, along with MagSafe and the headphone jack that all come standard on the M4 MacBook Air. So this computer right here, if you were to compare it, it would be about a $1,200 MacBook Air. So M4 MacBook Air with that current configuration, that would be 16 gigs of RAM, 10 CPU cores, 10 GPU cores, and 512 gigs of solid state drive. This is the same configuration, except if you get it retail, it is $1599. That is retail for this computer right here, $1499 with education pricing. But if you can find it on sale, and this one we actually picked up open box from Best Buy. It had 2 battery cycles on it, came with a charger, came with the MagSafe cable, came with the box that you saw, and that was for $1340, and there was actually 1 or 2 for less than that, around $1298 and around $1300, but this particular one was $1340. That is approximately $140 more than the retail price of that M4 MacBook Air. So the question goes out there to you is it worth that $140 extra to get those additional ports, meaning that additional Thunderbolt 4, that additional SD card, and then the additional HDMI out? But what you're also getting, you are also getting a bigger, thicker computer in the form of the M4 MacBook Pro. So slightly bigger display at 14.2 inches as opposed to 13.6. But then with the display, you'll also get some advantages, and we'll talk about that here very, very shortly. But this M4 here with this computer, this M4 is actually an actively cooled CPU. It does have a fan, so you do have active cooling. That means you could also hear the fan with this M4 Pro. But again, let's talk about this display. So up top, you actually do get the same webcam. Webcam is standard on both. You get a very, very nice keyboard, trackpad, same on both backlit, same high quality build, just different set of colors for the Pro versus the Air model. You don't get that new sky blue color, which is a very, very nice color on the MacBook Air, but you do get this nice space black color right here. But let's talk about that display again. So this particular display is 120 Hertz ProMotion. So right off the bat, 120 Hertz ProMotion versus 60 Hertz. And then this is also mini LED. So your blacks will turn out nice and black because they just won't be, it won't be actively lit in that zone. So you do get very, very nice blacks. And with the very nice blacks, you also get a higher contrast level. So I'm not saying that the M4 MacBook Air is a slouch when it comes to the display, because it's still a very, very nice Retina display, 60 Hertz IPS LED LCD display. But again, you do get the 120 Hertz ProMotion and then mini LED display with this particular 14-inch display right here. So gotta ask you out there, is it worth those compromises but yet those advantages in the display and the extra ports for that $140 difference? Again, $140 difference in this being open box but we are Best Buy Total Tech members, so we do get the Apple Care Plus included. It only has 2 battery cycles, plus we also get a 60-day refund policy with this particular machine. Again, it's not an apples to apples comparison because we are talking about the M4 Air complete retail price of $1,200 with the same configuration. But again, that it will be a brand new computer. This is an open box computer. But you know, again, I'm putting it out to you. Is it worth it for you? So I'm yet to be decided on that because I do love the form factor of that 13-inch Air. I do think it's compact, it's super portable, fits well on a tray table, but I also know that this is not too much bigger. It's not that much heavier, although I do feel the weight on here. It is a bit heavier, but again, 120 Hz ProMotion display, SD card reader right here. The SD card reader alone might be worth it, and they both have MagSafe, which I do absolutely love MagSafe. But again, I'm just putting it out to you out there to decide if it's worth the difference to you out there. To me, I think it's worth the difference, but again, I am not 100% sure on which computer to go with. Will it be this base model right here, or will it be the M4 MacBook Air base model? So just want to put out a short video to you that if you are looking for an M4 Pro, and they are out there, and it's not that much more than the M4 MacBook Air, and it could be worth it to you. Again, those other 2 models that were just about $100 to a little over $100 difference, those were sold out when I went to go pick them up in store. They just could not find them. But this one they did have. Again, 2 battery cycles, virtually brand new, came with the box and all the other accessories. So let me know what you think. Okay, all right, like, share, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.